Hello everyone, this is the Fan. Today I'm going to introduce you gluten intolerance in humans. Uh, let's begin this one as my little experience. So 2 years ago, I was living with a lady. One day after we all had dinner together, 3 hours later, she was really sick. She was having diarrhea. She was throwing out. She was totally dehydrated and stayed in the bathroom for an hour. Eventually she asked me to send her to hospital to in emergency room. And in the hospital emergency room, she was having all kind of tests. The doctor tried to find out what was going on with her. But she can't. They couldn't find it. Like they ran the heart attack test, like just basic test, and they were like thinking about food poison, but they it can't be because we all had dinner together and I was totally fine. And so eventually they couldn't find out anything, and they also run blood test to see if she was allergic to some already known disease, or bacterial things. They couldn't find any, so eventually doctor was just predicting she might just had some kind of bacterias, in her stomach, from somewhere else outside the house, probably in the garden. Um, but anyway, so she couldn't find out what was going on with her. Uh, After she got out of hospital next day, and she went to see her doctor with appointment later, and that was the time doctor suggests her to she might need to run a gluten allergy test to find if she was allergic to the gluten. And so this is start. Today I'm going to uh talk about what is the gluten intolerance, and the definition of it, and also the symptom and diagnosis, just based on this story. So gluten intolerance was dismissed by doctor, but now recognized legitimate. Patients report a problem that caused by wheat or gluten ingestion, even though they do not have celiac disease or wheat allergy due to negative in both tests. So that's exactly what happened. Um, Doctor couldn't find out what was going on. The blood test was all fine, but it looks like it's an allergy with some sort of food. And this gluten allergy is also known as non-celiac gluten sensitivity. So the definition of it is non-celiac gluten sensitivity is coined to describe those individuals who cannot tolerate gluten and experience symptoms similar to those with celiac disease, but yet who lack the same antibodies and the intestinal damage as seen in celiac disease. The symptom of the NCGS is really similar to the all the other food allergy. I mean, mainly it's really similar to the wheat allergy. Is people will get bloating, and also they will feel pain or discomfort in their stomach, and they also most of them have diarrhea, and also they will feel dizzy and really tired due to the dehydrate or just simply caused by the allergy. So eventually, the lady was required to run a test, and the only way to figure out the whether it's a gluten allergy is to run gluten challenge test. So basically, is the patient need to stop eating gluten for days for a certain time, and then which clean their body and clean their blood, so there's no gluten, any kind of gluten in their blood, and then they will go back to eat gluten to see what will happen in their body. So the detail about these tests is patients need to be on gluten-free diet for 3 weeks. Then patient will be required to continue the diet, but just consume like 3 to 20 gram gluten powder a day, or just any kind of similar food production with had same amount of gluten, which depend on the amount of the gluten powder they're gonna take, it really depend on the sensitivity of the patient. And like with the lady I was living with, she, I think only like probably 3 to 5 gram gluten powder can make her sick. Like eventually we find that out. Like she was like right now every time she we figure that out. So she couldn't take 20 gram. That's too much for her. She's really sensitive to the gluten. And anyway, after that, a test will be performed at the end of the gluten challenge. So the doctor will see her reaction in about the same about those amount of gluten. And the interesting part of gluten allergy is not everyone was reacted same at the very beginning. Like the lady I was living with, she was already 60, more than 60 years old, and it's just and it just suddenly came out. But she did said she has never liked bread, but she still can eat all the other products like cake or anything like cake, cookies with gluten. She was still able to, but until that day, it just suddenly happened. And after that, right now, she has to be on a gluten-free diet in the rest of her life, because she has been, after they clean out all those tests, and she was on the gluten-free diet. After those days, she was really sensitive about gluten. She was really sensitive about gluten now. So that's so yeah. But then, but the good thing is, right now, because the gluten problem has been pretty popular, even though just for people who are trying to having a gluten-free diet just for the sake of healthy reason. Um, there are a lot of gluten-free production out there for making cookie, cake, brownie, even pizza, any kind of bread, and anything like substitution food product just for the gluten-free like gluten-free diet people. So that is good part, but still, has to be in gluten-free, has to be on gluten-free diet is really a challenge for people. Um, just because like to everything our food has gluten production, even Chinese food. So that's pretty hard for them. But yeah, I mean, but right now at least this became a well-known problem, like more and more well-known problem for people. So right now they're more accepted by the public, right? Especially all those restaurants, like they uh allowed restaurants right now they have an option for gluten-free production in supermarket. Like they all have all this production for the people who need them, which is great. Um, but yes, that is my introduction about gluten intolerance, and thank you for watching.